My fellow South Africans, black, white, Indian, and colored, we've got an opportunity on the 29th of May to go and correct the mistake we committed in 1994. Here's an opportunity. If we go as a majority to vote out the ANC, this country is going to take a different direction, which will benefit everyone who lives in this country. Look around. The ANC is destroying this country. Are we going to give them another 5 years to continue destroying, to finish what they have started? I'm encouraging all of you to go and vote the ANC out, come the 29th of May. I was one person who was not interested in politics. But right now, looking around and seeing what is happening, I cannot stand back and allow the ANC to continue to, destroy this country. Look at the infrastructure. Look at the crime in this country. Look at what is happening in the townships. We're all living in fear. The hijacking, the mugging, the robbing, what is happening. The poverty. Look at the things, food prices are going up. Look at the petrol prices. And we're saying we're giving the ANC another 5 years to go and finish us off. No. Let's go and vote, all of us. And then we vote these people out of government, because all they are doing, is going there to loot and then corruption. Now they are going all over because they are pulling out, even politicians who are on retirement to go and convince people to go and vote the ANC. But I'm saying, no, we cannot allow this to happen. We have given them, enough. 5 years, 30 years is too much. We cannot give them another, 5 years, because that's what they are telling you, that no, they acknowledge, the failures of the past. I was listening to the former President Thabo Mbeki saying, no, there are problems in the ANC, and those problems need to be resolved internally. And we are not part of that ourselves. They can go and resolve we're giving them 5 years out of government to go and resolve those problems themselves. We're not going to be part of, resolving those problems, because we are not the people who created those problems. We're not the people who said they need to go and steal and then, loot the resources of the country. No. They need to go and solve those problems alone. We're moving ahead. We're moving forward. We can't be part of, their solution to solve the problems which they created on their own. Let's go and vote EFF. And when this EFF don't perform, they don't deliver on their promises, come 2029, we're going to vote them out and look around for the political party which is promising to change our situation. Let's go and vote, correctly this time. We cannot be fooled by these people who will come and say, no, they are addressing the issues which has been, identified by, this guy, there's this other guy who resigned from the ANC. I just forgot the name. The name is not coming to my head now. But he resigned, and then later Samuel Salt came back and said, no, no, we cannot be fooled this time. This time not long. Thabo Mbeki was saying, no, he's not prepared to go and campaign for the ANC, because how can he go and tell people to vote ANC, and yet knowing that, in this branch, the ANC is being led by a criminal. No, and these things haven't changed. And also Mavuso Msimang resigned from the ANC, citing the same problem, that the ANC is a corrupt a political party. He's saying, he has been in the ANC for, many years, but this time he was tired, because the reason he was doing that, he has been raising these issues with the ANC. And the ANC was just ignoring him. No, you are a veteran who doesn't understand what is happening. You can't stop us from looting, from enriching ourselves. until he decided, no, it's not enough, it's enough. I'm resigning from the ANC. I'm not going to be part of these people. But now he went back to say, and things have not changed. But Vusom Sinha, cancelled his resignation and then says he's going to be, supporting the ANC again. Their problems are going to be solved internally. And has gone, underground. He's not coming to tell us the progress of him, because he was saying he's going to be part of, resolving those internal ANC problems. And he has never been telling us what is happening. So we cannot be fooled. Even Thabo Mbeki said the same thing. But now I'm surprised when he's campaigning for the ANC. When he's asked, because I saw one journalist asking him, things have changed. Have things changed in the ANC? He was saying, no, he's aware. He has not changed his mind about the ANC, but he's campaigning, telling people to vote. I'm saying, why now? So we cannot be fooled. Let us go and vote them out, so that we're giving them 5 years to go and correct their mistakes, what they say they are correcting internally. 5 years is enough for them to resolve everything, and they come back with new ideas and then convince us that they're going to do better this time. I was also listening today to this Clement Manyathela show. He was in conversation with Bazi Mashilo, and Bazi Mashilo was asked what needs to be done to the ANC to correct what they are saying. He was giving a long. I'm going to check if I can see that clip of Bazi Mashilo responding to Clement Manyathela's question, so that I share that response. You will hear, even Bazi Mashilo doesn't have confidence in the ANC, because it was clear when he was asked, who are you going to vote? He didn't say come out clear that is not who the party is going to vote, but it was clear that the party is going to vote is not the ANC, and it's not COPE, and it's not DA. So, but it was not. It didn't say exactly who is going to vote. So I will share that clip with you so that you know. Bazi Mashilo is one of the person who grew up in the ANC. He knows the working of the ANC. So if he says he's not going to vote for them, who are we to go and vote for that corrupt organization? The ANC is dead. It's dead. That's why even Zuma said he's not going to campaign and also vote for the ANC. He was a president of the ANC, but he was telling us now today the ANC is no longer the ANC he joined when he was still a young person. So who are we to go and support that corrupt organization? Let's find another political party. And I'm saying, if you haven't looked around, let's go and vote EFF and then put EFF in government. And then we'll see what is going to happen. And I can tell you, they are going to work very hard, because they are showing in Ekurhuleni and also in Joburg. Look at what that doctor Mugini Tswako is doing. Look at that lady, the MMC for health, what she's doing. She's pushing for the clinics to operate 24 hours. So let's give them, the power, majority, to run this country for 5 years and see what is going to happen. They are going to do wonders, I can tell you. And then if they are not going to do that, we have got an opportunity after 5 years to vote them out. We cannot give, these people who have been giving power for the past 30 years to continue for the next 5 years. No, it can't happen.
And therefore, I got into politics, but it's not really my, it's not a career. It was never going to be a career.
Who are you voting for on the 29th of May?
I know who it is, but I am not telling.
Give me a clue. Just give me a color. Is it green? Is it black? Is it blue? Is it red?
You never know. You never know.
But it's definitely not COPE, that's for sure.
Yes.
It's definitely not the ANC, that's for sure.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's not the blues.
And it's not the blues, the DA, that's for sure. It could be RISE, it could be Action SA.
We don't know.
Could be Boss. Okay, someone is asking here on the WhatsApp line, Please can you ask Mr. Shilowa if he thinks the ANC can still be saved?
I guess those who are still in the ANC think it can be saved. Let me put it this way. It can be saved. But they will have to scrape the wound, blood ooze out, even remove the pus, and then rebandage it.
They're not prepared for that.
But if you're not prepared for that, you're not going anywhere. So it can be saved, but they'll have to make hard decisions.
The former president, Thabo Mbeki, has suggested that we must have a national dialogue of sorts after elections. Do you think that's what's necessary?
I think in the discussion, two things have been mixed together. I think the dialogue he's talking about, which I'm not averse to, is to say 30 years down the line, this is what we have been able to achieve or not achieved. There are many voices about what is good and bad. Let's have that dialogue. It is where you will be able to say, but this part of the Constitution has worked well, this part have not worked well. That part I understand. The rest of what he says, let's talk about in the ANC, is to say to people, vote for us, we will work on this thing after. But after someone says we will see it next time and next time and next time. So I agree with the former because that's important for the country.
Okay. Mazima Shilowa, thank you so much for hanging out with us this morning.
Super, thank you very much.
I appreciate the time and we appreciate the contribution you've made to this country.
If there is any political formation in South Africa that's fight against white monopoly capital, is the EFF. In the founding manifesto of the EFF, we speak eloquently about the enemy of our revolution as being white monopoly capital. We march to the Johannesburg Stock Exchange. We march to institutions that are controlled by white monopoly capital. But you can't say to us, in the process of fighting white monopoly capital, when we come across wrong tendencies by black people, we must not expose those wrong tendencies because they are black. Any black corrupt person is not a black person, it's a non-white person. Because corruption seeks to put black people in a permanent pain and slavery. You are not representing a black agenda at all. So if you are black and you are corrupt, if you are black and you are representative of white monopoly capital, you are not black, you are non-white. You are not part of us. And therefore the Guptas are not part of us. They are entrenching a system of capitalism which is characterized by corruption. And they must be rejected for who they are. The Guptas are not different from Mangobe. They are not different from Matanzima. They are not different from Ramudike, who were representing apartheid murderous regime in the form of homelands. We fought against them. We never said they were black, we must not fight against them. We fought against them. Any black that represents a system that seeks to put black people in a permanent status of poverty is an enemy of our revolution. Because that's what white monopoly capital seeks to do. And white people must stop being sensitive. When we speak about white monopoly capital, you think we are referring to you. You are no monopoly at all. Even the computer you are using is a borrowed computer. How can you be a monopoly? Monopoly is owners of the means of production. You do not own any means of production. Chill, just relax. Stop being crybabies. We are together in this thing. You are not benefiting. We are not benefiting. White people should join this struggle to dismantle white monopoly capital, and we share the wealth of this country, not only amongst black people, but amongst all South Africans. That's what the EFF seeks to do. The immediate beneficiaries of the outcomes of this revolution, of course, will be African majority, the most oppressed people in this country. This Zuma thing that we're dealing with here, those are the products of a capitalist system which corrupt the state. It captures the state and corrupts the state. And because Zuma has agreed to be utilized by capital, he's a victim now. Will not allow that. Now people say we've gone to London, we have bought in London. How can London buy you to march to Johannesburg Stock Exchange? How can London buy you to fight the Minel, Oppenheimer, and the Rupert family? I mean, what type of London will buy you to fight the ANC? The London is very comfortable with the ANC because they micromanaged. The ANC is controlled by capital. So, it is just the beginning. We're going to score victories for our people. They are not personal victories. They must not be attributed to any individual. This is a victory to our constitution. When it comes to the constitution, South Africa, let's unite and protect the constitution, because without the constitution, we are nothing. We are Angola. Without constitution, we are Angola. We are gone. Without the constitution, the ANC says we are happy. The Constitutional Court has affirmed, has clarified the powers of the public prosecutor. That's not the issue here. The issue is that your man has violated the Constitution, and we told you long time ago. Jackson Mutembu, we heard you say the ANC handled Ngandla matter wrongly, and you want to correct that. We are under your leadership. We are not suggesting anything, Mr. Mutembu. Just tell us what must happen. We'll follow you. This is an opportunity for Jackson Mutembu to lead us in that parliament. Because he says the matter was handled wrongly. Are you so? Are you serious? Show us now. The good thing about history is that it's presenting the ANC with an opportunity to self-correct. Jackson Mutembu, here is an opportunity. Let's see what happens. Let's see what will happen in parliament now. Let the ANC of OR Tambo rise. Not the ANC of personality cult of defending an individual against the institutions of the state. If they undermine this ruling, we're gone. Finished. That constitutional court is going to be like Office of the Public Protector. Remember what they did with the Public Protector's report? They undermined that report, and ultimately the office collapsed. That office has collapsed. No one takes it serious. But today's actions seeks to reaffirm and re-establish that office. But if they undermine this constitutional court, Dololo, we're done. We're done. We're going to have to go back to the trenches now. If they undermine the highest court, 11 judges, all of them agree that this was a violation of the Constitution. Failure to protect and respect the Constitution. It's not me. When I said it, you said you're politicking and all that. Now that it's said by Chief Justice Mokwe, maybe you will listen this time around. It's not us here. Because every time it's said by us, you say, we're useless. You're useless. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is an opportunity for South Africa to unite and remove the criminal from office.
This is Malema 8 years ago when Zuma was still the president. So you tell me, Malema 8 years ago, he was defending the Constitution, was talking, like this, defending the Constitution. And you listen to these speeches today, he's still saying the same thing, even today. So you tell me if this person is flip-flopping or is not, here to safeguard the interest of the black people. Because he has been there 8 years ago, saying these things. And even before 8 years ago, if you go back to his speeches when he was still a leader of the COSAS, he is preaching the same message. Even when he was still the leader of the ANC Youth League, he was saying the same thing. He can change there and there, but the message is still the same. There's nothing changed. I think this is the reason why ANC ended up expelling him, because he speaks truth to power. He's not a one guy who is scared to say what he thinks. And then if you listen to what and follow their policies and all, He wants to transform, the economy of this country for everybody to benefit, blacks, white, colored, and Indians. Unlike currently, what is happening, the benefit of the wealth of this country, there are certain section of the population who are benefiting. So the EFF, they want equality, for everyone. Everybody need to benefit for the fruits and labor of this country. So you can see people who are promoting that Malema is going to destroy this country. They're not telling the truth, or else they are not listening to what he's saying. They might, be, yeah. These elections, it's a do or die. It's a do or die. We're saying it's enough is enough. When you go into that voting booth, think and pay attention, and tell the ANC, enough is enough. We have given you 30 years to change our situation, but nothing has changed. And now it's our time. It's our time to change, our situation. It's our time to correct the mistake we made in 1994. There's no Mandela who's going to save you today. There's no Thabo Mbeki who's going to save you today. Even if you can recall him to come and try to convince us. We know what he said last year when he said he's not going to campaign for the ANC. We have not forgotten, because he says, how can he campaign when he knows that the branch of the ANC here is led by a criminal? And nothing has changed. I know, I was going on, is it Facebook or Twitter? I was going to look for that video where these people, are treating, people, with disdain. What they are doing is horrible. The ANC is just going to convince people to vote them, to continue looting. What they are doing to the people is horrible. I'm going to share those videos, those clips, which I'm talking about. If you look carefully, you will realize that no, these people are not interested in saving you. What they are interested in is saving, their well-being as leaders of the ANC. The ANC is a corrupt organization. What they are doing, if they find you, doing some activities in your house, they will try, and to be taking part in those activities, like as if they care. And we know they don't care. All they care about is themselves to remain in power, so that they continue enriching themselves. As South Africans, let's not be fooled by this time. This time it's our turn to vote them out. Please do the right thing come the 29th of May. We need to vote a new government. And if we vote that new government is not delivering, we're going to vote them out. You cannot be told by the ANC that no, they are going to correct their mistake. No, we have given them enough time to do that. This time, no, enough is enough. Let's go and vote right come 29th of May. I thank you. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, do subscribe so that when I post another video, you become a part of the conversation. Because I want to hear your thoughts on what you're going to do come 29th of May. Thank you for watching and take care.
Alexandra Township, a community plagued with several issues, including a lack of service delivery, lack of housing, sewer spillages, and potholes, amongst other things. This time around, former ANC Deputy President David Mabuza took to the streets of Alex to canvass for his party. Speaking to the media on the sidelines of his campaign, Mabuza said the unrelenting task of renewal will go a long way in restoring the people's hope in the ANC if it deals with the challenges facing the country.
The renewal of the ANC is the core task, the core business that the ANC must undertake. We are going to uproot all rogue elements within the ANC. Well, you can talk of a situation where one person has been suspended there, one person has been expelled from the ANC, and you're saying, why not that one? And I'm saying it's a process. Finally, the ANC must renew itself, must be ready to deal with the current situations. Now, for the ANC to deal with the current challenges, it must reshape itself. It must not degenerate. So that is a promise that we're making. We are going to renew ourselves. It's a question of do or die for the ANC to renew itself.
Mabuza says the governing party is aware of the challenges that the people of Alexandra face and is dealing with them. The residents of Alexandra still have not benefited from the 1.6 billion rand Alexandra Renewal project, which was meant to redevelop the township.
We've built a lot of houses. I'm aware that there are a lot of people that are without houses. That's why I'm saying we've done so much. I'm aware that there's still a lot that needs to be done. So we are on a journey. And we can't betray our people. I'm aware of the challenges that are within and without the ANC. Those are challenges that we are going to resolve as the ANC. We're not going to allow failures to define us. We're going to learn from our failures and do better.
Meanwhile,
Yes, will be see more on the campaign trail, but no, I have not put aside my concerns. The concerns that are expressed by the people, when the people say we're unhappy about this, about the other, about the ANC, those concerns are genuine. And we must attend to them. That's why I'm saying that part of what, when I say to people, vote ANC, I'm also making a commitment to the people that will attend to these problems within the ANC itself. Because it must really discharge its responsibilities.
Okay, thank you, President.
Another media.
Change your mind about campaigning for the ANC?
I've never changed my mind.
The statement that you said that campaigning for the ANC, why there's criminal activities again?
No, I've never changed my mind. I said to the ANC, the same point I'm making now. As ANC, it's necessary for the ANC to attend to its own internal problems, which they are. When the ANC said to itself, we must renew ourselves, that was it comes from conferences. It was correct. The ANC must renew itself. Those are conference decisions because of what's not right within the ANC. So I've never changed my mind about this. That's why I'm saying I want to make a commitment as we campaign and say to the people, vote ANC. We must also say to the people, we'll also attend to this ANC. These complaints that you have must be addressed. I don't think the ANC understands that reality. It is true that you have got many greedy people, many corrupt people. If I ask the question, why is the ANC, which marginalized people as we are saying, why is it behaving like this? I say to the ANC comrades that when you say I must go campaigning next year, to say to people, vote ANC. How am I going to do that? To say vote ANC, when I know very well that the branch of the ANC in this constituency is led by a criminal. You can't. It's not possible to go and say vote ANC for a criminal.